The other thing that's BS is work from home. Work from home is total BS. We can still meet the public and do your job if everyone wore a face mask and stood 2 meters apart, for example. That would probably stop 99.9% of infections. So the whole work from home, and the other thing about work from home is it sort of shows up as a lie. The decades, if not centuries, of enslavement that the corporations have put us all in, because up until now we've spent our whole lives waking up at unnatural hours to travel through traffic and get all the stress from commuting to work, to go into some sterile workplace somewhere, to be away from your family and home all day, then to commute back to your home and get a couple of hours, hopefully, then do it all again tomorrow, 5 days a week if you're lucky. This sort of debt slave, wage slave, this enslavement that we've had, that civilization has brought on people, just goes to show that that's all fake, because now all of a sudden we can work from home. Oh, fancy that. We can work from home now. Isn't that amazing? Doesn't anyone find that amazing? If you don't, stop and think about it. 'Cause people don't think these days. People don't think. Everyone's a zombie. Everyone's a exercise freak, zombie, cafe, coffee, walking your dogs all day and watching your football and going out to your cocktails and drinking alcohol. Everyone's a alcohol zombie, coffee zombie, exercise zombie, walking your dogs all day, watch your football and follow football and Game of Thrones and reruns of Seinfeld, and people don't care or think about anything. Stop and think about these things for a moment, because this is supposed to be our civilization, where we've been enslaved in this whole commute to work. But that was all necessary, because our corporations, our bosses, our slave masters would say for decades, for centuries, that was essential. You got to come to work. You got to wake up early at ungodly hours. You got to spend hours and hours in traffic to be locked in a workplace and then come home. That's your free life in a free society, isn't it? You're free, aren't you? You tell me. If you ever left that free way of enslaving yourself, then you can't pay the bank and feed your family, and the bank's going to take your house straight away, because banks are there to make profits off your sweat. Okay, so you may think you're in a free society. Think about that. Are you truly free? You're basically a slave, because you have to wake up, commute, be locked in a workplace, follow orders from a boss, commute back home. If you're lucky, spend a few hours at home with your kids. That's the slave society we live in, but it's a free society, right? So think about those things for a moment. The workplace, they've spent decades saying you have to go to work. You've got to do all that. You've got to act like a slave for the majority of your lifetime, commuting, going to work, because you had to. But now all of a sudden, lo and behold, we can work from home. Notice that? Oh, we can we? I can work from home now, can I? Wow. I've just spent a lifetime enslaved, waking up and going to work, but I can all of a sudden work from... Oh, thanks for telling me. That's a real revelation. Slave masters, elite, bosses, government, that I can work from home. So think about those things. So work from home's a BS anyway, because we can apparently work from home anyway. But the reasons given to work from home are BS, because the reason is to stop infection. But if we wore masks, face masks, that would stop infection. Okay, so the reasons for working from home is BS, but stop to think that, the whole idea of working from home, or being enslaved in a workplace, is now bogus, because we can work from home. See how that works? But the reasons given are bogus. So, in other words, civilization for centuries has been a lie because we can work from home. Fancy that. Anyway, just wanted to make those few comments. I'll see you next time.